Good evening, everyone. May I have a mover and a seconder to call this meeting to order? Mike and Henry, that the Committee of Adjustments meeting held on November 26, 2025 come to order at 6 p.m. All in favor? Carried. Are there any disclosure of pecuniary interest this evening? Seeing none. May I have a mover and a seconder to adopt the previous minutes? Brad and Mike? That the Committee of Adjustments minutes dated October 22nd, 2025 be adopted as presented. All in favor? Carried. Welcome to this Committee of Adjustments meeting to allow the public an opportunity to express their views regarding the proposed minor variances and consents within the Township of Springwater. Each applicant and their agent, if applicable, will be given the opportunity to present the applications to the committee and public. Additional information on each of the applications, including any presentation material, is available on the committee agenda on the township's website. Following those members of the public who registered to make an oral submission prior to 5:30 p.m. November 25th, 2025 will be given the opportunity to do so. All oral submissions will be included in this meeting's minutes and form part of the public record, including the name and address of the speaker as information collected under the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. The minutes of the meeting will be posted on the township's website. All comments and questions should be addressed to the chair. Application 1, will the Secretary Treasurer please introduce the first application, item number 4.1 on the agenda?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 4.1 on the agenda is minor variance application A34/25 submitted by L. Icardi on behalf of E. Ortiz regarding lands known municipally as 2309 Sunnydale Road. The purpose and effect of the application is to permit a recently constructed detached accessory building which exceeds the total maximum area and height provisions of zoning bylaw 5000 as described. 1, a maximum height for a detached accessory building of 5.3 meters, whereas section 3.7.5A states that no detached accessory building to a residential use shall exceed the height of the dwelling to a maximum of 4.5 meters, and 2, a maximum total area of accessory buildings of 273 square meters, whereas section 13.3.9B states that a maximum total area of accessory buildings of 115 square meters is permitted.
Have any additional correspondence and/or comments been received?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, comments have been received from the Chief Building Official and the Township's Engineering Department.
May I please have the applicant introduce themselves and provide comment, if any?
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, you can,
Hi.
if you have something that you want to say, you can do it now.
Thank you. Yeah, just to clarify, we're currently just respectfully seeking approval for this permit, as the accessory building is just intended for storage purposes only. It's not any residential purposes. It's not abutting any adjacent main street or any house. Um, so the request for the height also, it's for large equipment as well. So that's why we need, or my client needs this height, and for it to be able to be safe as well, we need certain structural elements that are possible at that height. So that's, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to add.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public registered to make an oral submission?
Thank you. There are no members of the public who have registered to make an oral submission.
Thank you. And any additional members in the public in attendance this evening to make an oral submission? Seeing none, thank you. Do any members of the committee wish to comment or have any questions concerning the application? Henry?
Just a question with regards to large equipment. You describe what that would be?
Laura, can you explain what you're going to store in your storage?
Sure. Oh, sorry. I think my coworker's gonna jump in. Can he explain that part?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Hello. So I'm talking of behalf of the engineering firm that conducted the development of the drawings. The client is seeking to store some equipment. He's got a welding company, so he's seeking to store some of his equipment. That can be some elements that he used for his welding and that stuff. So he needs some elements inside of the structure that can carry those elements in and out without problems.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
other members? May I have a motion for one of the committee members for application A34/25? Brad?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that the application be approved as presented with the staff recommendations and conditions.
May I have a seconder? Henry, that the Committee of Adjustments, having given consideration to the applicable provisions of Section 45 of the Planning Act, the official plan of the Township of Springwater, the characteristics of land in question and its surrounding as addressed in the planning report on the application dated November 26, 2025, the correspondence received and information presented at the hearing held on November 26, 2025, and the discussion on the matter hereby approve application A34/25. All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. Will the Secretary Treasurer please introduce the next application, item number 4.2 on the agenda?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 4.2 on the agenda is minor variance application A35/25 submitted by A. Payne on behalf of S. Ellis regarding lands known municipally as 1912 Floss Road 8 West. The purpose and effect of the application is to permit the construction of a detached accessory building with a maximum height of 4.97 meters and a total ground floor area of 224 square meters, which would result in the exceedance of the total maximum height and area provisions of zoning bylaw 5000 as described. 1. A maximum accessory building height of 4.97 meters, whereas Section 3.7.5B permits a height less than the primary dwelling to a maximum of 4.5 meters. And 2. A maximum total area of accessory buildings or structures of 224 square meters, whereas Section 33.3.14.1H permits a maximum of 115 square meters.
Have any additional correspondence and/or comments been received?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, comments have been received from the Chief Building Official and the Township's Engineering Department.
Can I please have the agent introduce themselves and provide comment, if any?
Yeah, Bradley Payne speaking on behalf of my client. Pretty much the same as the last client. We're just looking to exceed the height and the size, mostly for recreational equipment. And yeah, same thing. He's got excavators and skid steers and stuff, so he just needs a little bit extra height to be able to fit those into doorways and whatnot.
Thank you. Any members of the public registered to make an oral submission?
Thank you. There are no members of the public who have registered to make an oral submission.
Thank you. Are any additional members of the public in attendance this evening to make an oral submission? Seeing none, thank you. Do any members of the committee wish to comment or have any questions concerning the application? May I have a motion from one of the committee members for application A35/25? Henry, Brad, or Mike?
I move the application be approved as per the planning report.
May I have a seconder? Henry? The Committee of Adjustments, having given consideration to the applicable provisions of Section 45 of the Planning Act, the official plan of the Township of Springwater, the characteristics of land in question and its surrounding as addressed in the planning report on application dated November 26, 2025, the correspondence received and information presented at the hearing held on November 26, 2025, and the discussion of the matter hereby approve application A35/25. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Will the Secretary Treasurer please introduce the next application, item number 4.3 on the agenda?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 4.3 on the agenda is consent application B16/25 submitted by J and M Veenstra regarding lands known municipally as 3308 Highway 26. The purpose and effect of the application is to obtain approval of a surplus farm dwelling consent to sever a parcel of land consisting of approximately 0.75 hectares and 61 meters of frontage on Highway 26, which contains one single detached dwelling and one detached accessory building. The owner proposes to retain approximately 95.7 hectares of farmland, along with the existing agricultural buildings and structures to consolidate with their farming operation.
Have any additional correspondence and/or comments been received?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, comments have been received from the Drainage Superintendent, the Ministry of Transportation, the Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority, Bell Canada, the Chief Building Official, Township's Engineering Department, and the County of Simcoe. Please note that county comments were received after the staff report was finalized. Therefore, an additional condition has been incorporated into the decision to adjust these comments.
Can I please have the applicant introduce themselves and provide comment, if any? You just want to come to the front and speak into those speakers?
Yeah, I'm John Veenstra and Michelle, and we would like to sever Michelle's parents' old house. And yeah, our oldest son, Jake, his wife, and hopefully their kids can live there, buy it, purchase it, yeah.
Thank you. Are there any other members of the public registered to make an oral submission?
Thank you, Chair. There are no members of the public who have registered to make an oral submission.
Thank you. Are there any additional members of the public in attendance this evening to make an oral submission? Being none, do any members of the committee wish to comment or have any questions concerning the application? May I have a motion for one of the committee members for application B16/25? Henry,
Make a motion that we accept the application as presented along with the planning report.
may I have a seconder? Mike? The Committee of Adjustments, having given consideration to applicable provisions of Section 53 of the Planning Act, the official plan of the Township of Springwater, the characteristics of land in question and surrounding as addressed in the planning report on the application dated November 26, 2025, the correspondence received and information presented at the hearings held on November 26, 2025, and the decision of the matter hereby approve application B16/25 subject to the following conditions. 1, that the applicant meet all requirements, financial otherwise, of the municipality. 2, that the applicant provide 2 copies of the registered survey of the severed residential lands prepared by the Ontario Land Surveyor. 3, that the applicant owner satisfy and be responsible for all costs to satisfy Section 65 of the Drainage Act 1990 if applicable. 4, that the applicant obtain an entrance permit for the retained and severed lands to the satisfaction of the township if applicable. 5, that the applicant rezone the retained farmlands to an agricultural consolidation zone prohibiting new residential uses. 6, that the applicant rezone the severed lands to an agriculture exception to permit the existing accessory building and prohibit the keeping of livestock in the existing accessory structure. 7, that it be confirmed that the private well and septic system are wholly contained within the property limits of the severed residential lands to the satisfaction of the chief building official prior to the registration of the surveyant. And 8, the applicant shall transfer the corporation of the County of Simcoe at no cost a fee simple encumberment interest of the following. A road allowance widening along the entire frontage of the retained lot adjacent to a Horseshoe Valley Road west to provide a 18-meter right-of-way from the center line of a Horseshoe Valley Road west. B, a road allowance widening along the entire frontage of the retained lot adjacent to Crosden Road to provide an 18-meter right of way from the center line of Crosden Road. And C, a daylight site triangle measuring 15 meters west-east times 15 meters north-south at the southeast corner of the property adjacent to Horseshoe Valley Road West and Crosden Road intersection. All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. May I have a move and a seconder to adjourn this meeting? Mike and Henry, that this Committee of Adjustments meeting held on November 26, 2025 now does adjourn at 6:15 p.m. All in favor? Carried. Thanks very much.